Om Shanti. Today Baba in the Murli says, you have to stand on your feet for 21 births. Yes, so do as I say. And so when I was conducting the meditation, I was thinking about, so for 21 births in the Golden Age and Silver Age, you are on your own. So you don't even call out to Baba. You are not seeking, looking, searching, nothing. There is no emptiness. There is nothing to seek, nothing to find. And that's our original state. So we are simply enough for ourselves. And then our context, that is how the nature treats us, or how the nature offers everything to us, and there is bountifulness, is all dependent on me. So you don't demand from nature in Satyug. You command everything. So you are in your spiritual power and you are in your spiritual strength and you command everything. You deserve it and you get it. So every soul is loveful, respectful around you, and then the 5 elements of nature do not reserve their bountifulness towards you. They offer it with generosity, and they are very happy that the deities use nature, or deities are able to take the benefit of nature. And all that is because you are in your power. And Baba says that don't say that I don't care what my fortune is. Do as I say. And today Baba says something very nice. Baba says, when God is giving you so much, take it. And nobody should be, every soul should be sensible enough to realize the fortune that God Himself is offering, teaching. So God is giving His legacy, inheritance, and we should be sensible enough to do the needful to claim it. So, and today in the Murli, Baba uses many expressions, and today's Murli is really heart-rending and it moves you from within and it makes you think about, really the choices we make. And in today's Murli, Baba is saying that, so it is, a child should be and must be grateful to the parents and teachers. And, this gratitude, this appreciation of what you have got is very lacking in the world today. Yes, so, parents give us sustenance and we take it for granted, or teachers give us teaching, and students always these days feel that I am the one who is great and is teaching, is studying, but you don't realize that the greatness is about the one who is teaching you. You are studying for yourself, but the teacher is teaching for you. And what does the parent need from you? The parent is giving you sustenance. So, these days people are so heavy taking things. So, even taking is such an act that, people get tired taking. So, somebody cooks the food and I have seen children making 10 excuses not to eat. So you should be grateful that somebody has given you food, and you should thank your fortune that you have food on your plate, and you should eat it with gratitude. But on the contrary, somebody has to cook for you, and then they have to implore you to eat, and then they have to give you. So these days, parents say that my child doesn't eat without the phone, so I have to sit with the phone and keep showing the phone to the child, and then he'll eat the food. So this world is, going somewhere, and these traits are very, very not divine, not human. These are very, very different traits that we see these days. And it's the same thing when we come to Baba also, because when we come to Baba, Baba is, we come with our own sanskars, and if we don't have the sanskar of appreciating what we are getting, then we will not see that we have to make effort to take it. So, even if somebody offers food to you on the plate, you have to eat it. That much you have to do. And similarly, Baba is giving us the inheritance, Baba is giving us the study, but we have to meditate, we have to remember Baba, we have to churn the knowledge, we have to pay attention to purity, and today Baba is underlining seva. And Baba says, in this time that you have got, you don't have to waste time, and you don't have to waste the resources that you've got, and you have to do seva. And that's the teaching that Baba is giving. But if we don't pay attention to the teaching and don't take the inheritance, then Baba says, then how can I even help you? And it's very beautiful how Baba says it. So today Baba says that children, you are now receiving limitless treasures, and you should therefore take them, and you should claim a high status. So, Baba is very loveful and gentle, and Baba doesn't scold or Baba doesn't force. But these sentences are very moving, and Baba says, you should claim a high status. And that's what Baba is asking us to do. And then, Baba today says that don't say whatever I receive is fine. Whatever is in my fortune is okay. Don't say these words. You should have an interest in doing service. There is no guarantee for your body. As you make further progress, calamities will continue to come with great force, and you would then go back empty-handed. Hundreds of thousands of people die in earthquakes, and so there has to be fear. So don't think that nothing is going to happen. So there are situations which will finish this part, when we will not be able to do any seva. So Baba says, you should have fear that that time is coming. So let me hurry up. Let me make my fortune. And then Baba says, we have to become Sato Pradhan by staying on the pilgrimage of remembrance and make others the same. Your wealth never diminishes by donating it. Make effort. And Baba says you must make effort. And I will tell you one thing. So there is this brother, and he once told me that I'm always very stressed about my father. So I don't know why. So he said he has diabetes and he continuously eats sugar. So, he doesn't stop. He will keep doing the wrong thing and eat sugar and eat stuff that is not good for diabetes. So then I said, so just leave him if he's making that choice. Don't say anything. So then he'll deal with the consequences. He's a grown-up man. He knows what he's doing. So then he said, no, Didi, he doesn't know what he's doing. So when his blood sugar shoots up and he visits the hospital, then he becomes like a baby. And he will say, I did the wrong thing and now my blood sugar is up, and why don't you get me admitted to the hospital? I need medical attention. And then he will behave like a baby. Now he'll be my father, and then he'll behave like a baby when his blood sugar shoots up, and then he will tell me that now you need to take care of me because I am miserable and I'm not okay. And this is a very strange phenomena because, we make choices which look like choices, but when the consequences of those choices come, we don't own it. So we don't have the courage to face those. And when we make those choices, we would claim that, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing and I'm okay with it, and who are you to tell me? But when those consequences come, we don't like them. And we are not ready to face them. Why? Because we make those choices under the influence of Maya. And when the pain comes, then we are on our own. Maya comforts us to make bad choices, but Maya doesn't support us when the consequences come. We must understand this law. So, when the consequences come, we run to God. When times are good, we run to Maya. But then God helps those who listen to Him. Or not even helps. God can only help those who listen to Him. Baba is telling us the method. And if we don't use our time and money and everything and our body and our mind the way Baba asks us to, He cannot help us in time of need. And Baba says, today you are under the influence of Maya and you talk like this, that it's okay, whatever I get, whatever is my fortune is okay. But no, tomorrow you will repent. I have seen students being very miserable when the results arrive. But those same students gave those exams, is it not? So don't they know what they wrote or what they studied? But you don't study, you are under the influence of Maya. But then when the results come, you don't go to Maya, you don't go and party that day. And sometimes, parents will get annoyed and then say, "Jao na party karo abhi." So Baba will say, Baba. So you see, Baba doesn't even force it. That's why we have to churn on what Baba is saying. And Baba is repeatedly telling us, don't waste your time and resources to seva. Create your fortune. And today Baba talks about, so Baba says, Maya doesn't allow you to come to this side. She continues to blow and bite like a mouse. So, when the mouse bites, it keeps blowing, phuk marna. And because of that, you feel very comfortable and you don't realize that the mouse is biting you. And so Baba says, like a mouse, Maya continues to blow and bite and sucks away all your blood. So, is Maya blowing and biting you? Is Maya not allowing you to make your fortune and you don't even realize that? Oh, what about seva? Think about it. And Baba says, this is how Maya tricks you. And Maya tricks, I gave you the example, health issues. You know what to eat, what not to eat, but you do it anyway, and then you suffer, and then you know what to study, what not to study, but you don't do it. And the same sanskar we bring to spirituality. When we come here, we come with those same sanskars. And if we knew really what's good for us, then we didn't need to surrender and we didn't need to listen to Baba. But we don't have any sense of what we need to do for ourselves. And that is why surrender is very important. We have to do what Baba tells us to do. And don't let Maya trick you into thinking that when you're not listening to Baba, Baba is losing. No, the loss is ours, the gain is ours. So this is something. And so this is what Baba says. And then Baba today says something very interesting. Baba says, some run miles away from seva. So you talk about seva, they switch off. So the mind, the buddhi is switched off, ran miles away from seva. Okay? By having an interest, now you see, Baba today says, by having an interest in doing service, you also receive help. Never think that you will do seva. When you show interest, Baba gives you help. And it is my experience that Baba's seva, Baba does. You only say yes, Baba fills you, gives you what it needs to do seva, and you do it. You just become an instrument. And Mama used to say this very beautifully, जो सेवा देता है वो शक्ति भी देता है. If it is Baba's seva, will Baba not give you the power to do it? Whether it is the power of money, whether it is the power of physical health, whether it is the power of pure thoughts, Baba will fill you with more and more when you become an instrument for seva. But Baba says, it is the law of karma that I cannot do it directly. I have to do it through you. So you just have to show some interest. Don't mentally run away from it. Don't switch off when there is a chapter on seva. Don't think that seva is not for me or I don't want to do it. Have some interest. I will give you help. And Baba says, the more of the Father's service you do, the more power you will receive and more your lifespans will increase. So Baba doesn't only give you what it takes to do the seva, but also gives you power and your lifespan increases. And you know, it's not by accident that all our dadis have a long life. So every dadi has a long life. How? By accident. No, by design, by law. So if you are a sevadhari, if you are an instrument soul, Baba is interested that you live longer. Is it not? Baba is interested you stay healthy also, I am telling you that. Because he has to work through you. And you know, when you are a sevadhari, you have that confidence also that if I am not physically well, whose loss is it? His. So I don't have to tell him to do something about it. Yeah, he will take care. And if he doesn't, his loss, what am I to lose? And God knows how to take care of his assets. He's not a human bad at management. He's not that. He knows how to take care of his assets. But am I an asset? Am I an asset? That's the question. So Baba says that your mercury of happiness will rise, and you are the child of the ocean of happiness. And when you really do as he says, your mercury of happiness will also rise. You will also become well known in your own clan. So within this Brahmin family also, you will have a place, and souls who are so elevated will recognize you. If you can become so elevated by making effort, you should then make that much effort. Baba says, I have told you all the benefits. Now you must choose this. Choose Seva. Okay, and then today Baba is talking about one very important aspect which we ignore sometimes, which is the pictures. So we at the center mostly, because we keep teaching the gyan, so we refer to the pictures many times. So we have to pull out the picture every time, whether it's the picture of the ladder or the cycle or the tree, kalpa tree. So we have those pictures displayed always, and we keep revising them also. We have to give the course. But usually with students who listen to Murli, they don't revise the pictures. So you received the picture when I sent you on WhatsApp when you were taking the course, but you need to revise them. Those pictures are there on the online internet. You find all those pictures. Even if you don't have a hard copy, you have a soft copy. And you must pull out those pictures sometimes and sit with them. And Baba says those pictures are like mirrors. So when I first understood the pictures, I was told this thing, and it really resonated with me, that these pictures are like mirrors. And just like when you see a mirror, you start figuring out your body. So you, the soul, figure out yourself when you look into the pictures. And you come to self-awareness. And Baba says that you must bring out those pictures and look at them, how the staircase is, or the ladder is, or we were in the beginning. And those pictures are all made on Gyan. And then Baba says, when you sit before the picture and you have a clean buddhi, so if your intellect is pure, then the picture will start making sense to you. So Baba says you must do this, and I would request that you don't ignore this. It's very, very important. And Baba says, by your looking at the picture of the ladder, all the knowledge of your 84 births will enter your intellects. However, internally you have to be very pure. Only when you have yoga with Shiv Baba would you have that intoxication and claim a status. And then one thing is looking at the picture and understanding the story. Okay, so understanding that there are 84 births and 21 of them are in the golden age, and revising it. But when we have yoga with Baba, when I sit in the awareness that I am God's child, that Baba who is creating Satyug, then I will have the intoxication of my status, of who I am becoming. And then that picture will not be about somebody's story, it will be my story. And you can see yourself, how I was in the golden age, and then how I descended. And then now here I am with Baba in the diamond age. And Baba is making me a deity. And these things will sit in your buddhi. And then that intoxication will be there. And when you sit in meditation, these things will come up and they will give you internal happiness. Internal happiness about who you are, who is teaching you, and what you're becoming. So Baba says, do this practice. So when you keep looking at those pictures, they will remind you of who you are. So this is something. And then today's slogan is very interesting and thought-provoking. And Baba today says, to have wasteful thoughts or to be instrumental in creating wasteful thoughts in others is also impurity. Now, this slogan is particularly interesting because sometimes we think that, I'm responsible for not creating wasteful thoughts myself. But if somebody is creating wasteful thoughts for me, then I have no business with that. Yes, but Baba says that if you're not doing anything not okay, if there is no impurity, then you will not create wasteful thoughts about anything or anyone. That's definitely true. But it's also a law that no one will create a wasteful thought because of you. And this is the depth of purity. So, and I will give you one very particular example. If you have no body consciousness, other people will also not look at your body. And so, impurity draws wasteful thoughts. Impurity generates wasteful thoughts, but also impurity draws wasteful thoughts. And it's very important that we understand these signs of impurity. Now, let me take very gross examples. Let's take very simple day-to-day things. So you have to leave in a group to the railway station. Okay, so you're scheduled to meet everybody in a certain place. And then you don't show up in time. And they're all getting late. Yes, and then they're all thinking about you. Yes, and then obviously they're not giving you blessings. Yes, and then on top of that, you don't even pick your phone. And then they are in a flux whether to move forward without you, or wait for you, or miss the train, or what. And that's paap karam. And then you don't even recognize that it's impurity. Impurity is reflected in vibration, but we are not very good at reading vibrations, let me tell you, because we keep reading onto our own vibration. We think it's coming from someone else. But impurity is very visible in actions. So if my actions are inaccurate and I'm doing something which becomes a source to waste other people's thought and time, that's a sign of impurity. And then you cannot come and give gyan that, Baba has told us not to worry. So why were you people worrying? I have seen these characters, This is not the way you approach gyan. So impurity is very concrete. So you don't do this. You don't stand in the middle of the hall and ask people to maintain calm and not allow them to see what they've come to see. So I've seen people, who Even BKs I've seen, in large gatherings, they'll just walk from the front and move here and there, and then you have come to listen to Dadi, and Dadi is talking, and you're not able to see Dadi or pay attention because there's so much disturbance. And then, of course, if you create wasteful thoughts as your karma, but then that's also karma if you're on the other side. So if you're engaging in action which is making other people create wasteful thoughts, that's also impurity, and you need to clean yourself of it. Or you've been given some seva and you don't finish it on time, and then the whole structure gets disturbed, then that's impurity. If time and accuracy of action is not there, if you miss deadlines, if you are not on time, time runs faster than you, if you don't have a good relationship with time, that's a sign of impurity. So, sometimes we must also look at Gyan, but then it is also worth underlining 10 times that if you are in a situation where you are doing that karma, you have to take care of that. But if you are at the receiving end, then you have to take care of your own wasteful thoughts. So if you have a karmic settlement with someone who is behaving like this, then you keep your sanity and you don't create wasteful thoughts by using knowledge. Because Baba says that we are sometimes, so all through the day, we are in different positions. We are acting and also at the receiving end of action. So we are in both the situations and simultaneously. So, right now I'm talking to you and I'm also looking at you. So when I look at you, I have to be detached. I have to take care of my wasteful thoughts. But when I'm acting, when I have an action to do, I have to take care that I don't do something which triggers wasteful thoughts in you. So this Gyan is for me. It's again not for being judgmental, but it's for me, because sometimes we don't understand that I am doing something which is creating wasteful thoughts in the other person. So I have to take care of that. And when I am in such a situation, then I have to take care of my own wasteful thoughts where I don't create any thoughts about what and why. And how do I do that? By using knowledge. Yes, by using the knowledge of drama. And there is this beautiful thing that Baba says, that if you get upset, you will never be able to find out the secret of the drama. So, even if you are in a difficult situation with a person who you think is not in accurate behavior, there is a secret in the drama why you are put with that person. There is something you need to learn. There is some learning and some progress for you which is hidden in that. And if you get upset and leave, you will not be able to find out the secret. And if you look back at your life, all the situations which you persevered in, they led you to figure out what was the secret behind it. Yes, and the secret reveals much later. The secret is revealed much later, but if you get upset beforehand, you cannot find out the secret. जो नाराज हो जाते हैं वो राज को नहीं जानते. Yes, so you have to persevere. So when you remember these things that Baba tells you, you don't allow your karma to go here and there. You take care of your wasteful thoughts. And then you also take care that you don't become an instrument for creating wasteful thoughts in someone else. Yes. And then there is this beautiful example in Baba's life that, when Baba was, so before Shiv Baba entered Brahma Baba, so Brahma Baba was a businessman and an ordinary person, yes, ordinary life. So Brahma Baba's Lokik Yugal wife, Yashoda Mataji, she used to every day wash Brahma Baba's feet and apply tilak, like in the olden times women used to do. And then, I'm not sure about the washing feet, but at least tilak I'm sure. So she used to apply tilak. So when she used to apply tilak, so after Shiv Baba entered Brahma Baba, all this stopped, right? So now there was a different relationship, and then all those things stopped. And then Yashoda Mataji also understood Baba, and she took up her place in the, in Seva, and she started being Baba's instrument. And then one day she told Baba, Baba, today I remember the old times and I feel like applying tilak on your forehead like I used to do. And then what Brahma Baba said is, don't worry, I'm working on my purity. So Brahma Baba knew this, that if I am not body conscious, if I am completely clean inside, then she will not have such thoughts. So he talked about that law and he said that, don't worry, Baba Purusharth kar raha hai. So he's making the effort, and then soon you will not have those thoughts. So, if somebody thinks, so somebody is looking at your body or somebody is looking at you in a certain role, and then they are not able to get rid of those thoughts also. This is very subtle. So somebody is looking at you as a husband or a wife, and they are getting impure thoughts. Impure thoughts doesn't only mean lustful, but even, things like the earlier rituals, or they want you to be with them the same way, or, go with them for a trip or whatever. And they are getting these wasteful thoughts. Then you can work on your purity, and you can bring about a situation where they will get rid of those thoughts. So if you work on your purity enough, then others will also get rid of their wasteful thoughts. And wasteful thoughts are usually thoughts based on past sanskars, which look very natural to us because we've been in those sanskars, but they are redundant when it comes to our present life as a Brahmin. All those are wasteful thoughts. And so Baba says, if purity is there, then you get rid of your wasteful thoughts, and they also do likewise. Okay. Om Shanti.